walrus saved your life? Why are you doing this?
Are you really mourning your humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
From writer, director, and podcaster Kevin Smith.
I'm so scared. This guy wants to turn me into an animal or something.
This autumn.
I don't want to die in Canada.
Dusk.
Quinn, you know what? The one thing I've always thought about you, I've never really had the balls to say it to you.
Okay.
But I notice you spend a lot of money and time buying expensive razors.
I do. I mean, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become a problem.
I want to turn you on to something, Q.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going to save you some money. It's going to save you some time.
Okay.
DollarShave.com. Wait a second. I fuck this up every time. DollarShaveClub.com/TESD. It's just a fucking mouthful. You go there, and there's all kinds of stuff, Q. You got shave butter. You ever shave with butter?
No.
They call it the rich man shaving cream.
Really?
Yeah, it's regular old butter. Like
do you
Randall
guys... How's your downstairs? Are you guys trimming neat down there, or is it just growing wild and free?
I'm a man, Q.
You just go wild and free?
Mm-hmm. You're not talking to Ming Chen here.
Really?
There's no...
He's got a landing strip.
There's no...
It's in the shape of a star.
There's no time in a day to fucking be worried about something that never sees the light of day. Only if you got to urinate, right? I mean...
Well, one would hope, being married and everything.
Well, that would be at night.
Oh, so the lights are out.
Moonlight, yeah.
Right.
Under moonlight, everything looks neater.
Right.
And
Okay,
prettier.
so there's no need. There's no need.
I should constantly travel by moonlight no matter what.
Like a werewolf.
I don't know. I've never understood
Really?
why guys worry about that sort of stuff.
See, I keep things fairly clean down there.
You're probably one of these guys. You got a nice head.
You're
of hair on
you're
you.
a metrosexual?
Why? Because he doesn't have a giant 70s bush. He's metro.
Yeah.
You're a
wanna see? You want me to show
metrosexual. You're not at all. But you're a metrosexual.
Fast he said. No.
I like to keep.
You're a metrosexual.
I like to keep my bait and tackle as touchable as possible.
And you feel it wouldn't be if it looked manly?
I think if it looked like I'm a hairy guy down there. So if I don't,
isn't that what I mean? I thought that's what was manly.
Right.
It's like you look like somebody that
a
could
gorilla?
lead. You look like somebody that could lead your clan. You
right?
know?
Whoa.
From the waist down. I don't know. Why don't we turn this to the 13% out there? Why don't you?
Well, you know that in this day and age,
Right.
it's definitely everyone. Being man is out in terms of about hair and everything.
Right.
It
Okay.
goes right back to the beginning of the goddamn podcast. They want to take away our violence. They want to take away our pubes.
All right.
So, yeah.
So
Join hundreds of
Dollar
thousands of
Shave is just like, what happened to that? What happened to that 70s exploitation?
That's what you get Sunday Jeff back.
We have reasons behind this. DollarShaveclub.com/TESD. It really is rather inexpensive. I mean, you go to a Target or something, and the fucking razors are like it's like $32 for like 8 razors. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. So this place actually is a pretty good deal.
No.
No?
No.
You're not worried about hair anywhere else but above your pecker?
Well, it's not above my pecker. Above my pecker, I don't touch.
He's totally bald from the waist down.
Yeah, it's actually the balls and the fucking shaft. I don't like
Like hair's
long
coming
hair
off your
on
shaft
that.
and
Yeah,
shit.
I think that's like gross. I in good conscience can't show that thing. Or I can't expect anybody to fucking play with that thing if there's fucking choking on hands.
He's in a practical joker. He's out there on the road. There's women lining up to the bus to blow
That's
him.
right.
They're all going to be walking away like
yeah,
fucking
like
pubes caught in their
coughing
throat
up
and shit.
hairballs and shit.
And then you get the rep. They're like old hairy cock fucking Quinn. Who wants that?
I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah, you want to get head in broad fucking daylight. It doesn't always have to be moonlight.
I have a beautiful cock. I want it to be seen.
Yeah.
I don't want the moonlight.
And the more hair you have,
spotlight.
the smaller it makes it look, right?
There's that too.
There's tons of reasons to shave your balls.
That's right.
With dollarshaveclub.com/TSD.
Right.
All right. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
I'm Dolphin. How are you doing?
I'm thinking about HuluPlus.com.
Yeah, but I don't know what Yes.
Is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah.
You're thinking about giving it a big fat kiss? Let's give it kisses. Come on. Come on, we love you, HuluPlus.com. You know what's better than giving HuluPlus.com kisses? Watching TV shows on it. You can watch all your shows. Go to HuluPlus.com/TESD. And you can watch all your shows for $7.99 a month.
Yep.
You're going to get 2 weeks free
Yes.
just by using that code.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Everybody loves it.
Yes.
Kids love it.
Yep.
Old people love it.
Yes.
Doggies love it.
Yep.
Kitties love it.
Yes.
Aliens love it.
Yep.
Zombies love it.
Yes.
Is there anybody who doesn't love it?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love it? Tell me. Tell me their name now.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't love it?
I don't.
You don't? You don't love it?
I that.
Oh, you only love me?
Yes.
Oh, I love you too. You're my best friend. Next to HuluPlus.com/TESD.
Is he a tool?
Yes. Without a doubt, 100%.
I have a beautiful cock. I want it to be seen.
There's tons of reasons to shave your balls.
That's right.
Should I go get you some fucking Green Dot cards while I'm at it?
I'm a man, Q.
Hey, kid, come here and fucking take your clothes off.
Leecher box sounds to me like it's hamster food.
You're right. You're right.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like a drug.
I've done nothing except waste a solid week looking for Wookiees.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. One that we didn't even think was going to happen, but BQ flew in.
Yeah.
For 24 hours. 24 hours.
I flew, took a break from the tour to fly just to do this. Literally the only plan I have is to do this, and that's it. And I go home, sleep, go back to work tomorrow.
Wow.
Why?
I love the show. It's my rock, Walt. Without Tell 'em Steve Dave, I have nothing.
Really, though.
I'm an ant.
There had to be there had to be some sort of other pressing matter. You had to come back to this area for.
I 100% promise you, there was not a single other press. There was no reason for me to come home.
You said it to me a while ago. You might.
Yeah, I was like, I may come home just to do the show.
How much is the plane fare back and forth? Is this
it wasn't bad. It was like $320.
So this episode's costing you $300, and you're in the red.
Oh well, yeah, but I've always operated in the red when it comes to Tell 'em
every week.
Dave. Yeah, every week. It basically cost me like $30 a week to do it.
That's not true, and you know it.
What do you mean?
Not anymore. Those days are long gone. Okay, fucking. You see those? You see that ant shirt Brian's wearing?
Yeah.
You ain't in the fucking red no more. Stop fucking crying poverty over there.
I wasn't crying poverty. I didn't want to because I'm not going to be able to come home next week.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't want to miss 2 weeks. That's not good.
That is not good. I mean, it's you should be applauded.
I agree.
Keo, I'm glad you're
Statues
here.
should be erected.
Thank
Songs
you.
should be sung.
Now it just seems like we're going into sarcasm.
Ticker tape parade should be thrown.
I gotta tell you,
You were much nicer about this before the mics came on.
I really didn't think we were doing it this week, guys. So I was in a mode where I was like, "There's nothing. I don't have anything to do at night."
Cruise control.
Yeah.
I have. You know what kind of inspired me a little bit, because I could have canceled up to the last minute, but the amount of Tell 'em Steve Dave fans that are coming to these shows, screaming out "Tell 'em Steve Dave" when I get on stage, wearing the shirts to the shows, at the meet and greets. Last night alone, 5 Tell 'em Steve Dave shirts out of 50 people. I mean, that's pretty good.
That's 10% of the audience.
Yeah, and that's just the people who are wearing the shirt. Well, that's just a meet and
There are
greet.
people that are ashamed.
Like, yeah, people would come up to me and be like, "Tell 'em Steve Dave," or "Tell Walt I said hi," and shit like that. So
I was talking to Ian and the In-Betweeners 2 screening out in L.A.
Yeah.
And he said,
did you see the movie?
No, I'm going to see it October
1st, right?
Yeah. He said most of the audience was comprised of Tell 'em Steve Dave members.
It's blowing up, Q. This summer, I saw more Tell 'em Steve Dave shirts walk through the stash doors.
And at
People
cons, the cons
people wear-
I've been to.
Yeah.
People wear the shirts when they come down to the stash.
Well, that's what happens when you actually ship the shirts that people buy. Like they'll wear them. Thank you, merch table.
Yeah, you don't see any emails or people are like seriously assholes.
I'll take that out.
Okay.
I'll wait till we get oiled up. I need you in a better mood.
Okay. All right.
I need you. Yeah.
I'm in a great mood. I don't look
even better than you are right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sweet.
I'm glad you're here because you will deflect some of the obvious aggression and bullying coming from that end of the table. I've been on the receiving end for about a week now. Yeah.
What's
let me
going
pose
on?
this question to you. Okay. You know how like when celebrities die,
Yeah.
they always say they die in threes.
I'm still not over Paul Walker. Yeah.
Right. 2 C-list celebrities die. C-D-list celebrities, right?
Right. Okay.
So you're waiting for the third one.
Yeah.
I die.
Right.
Do I qualify as that C to D
Yes,
list
I think you do.
celebrity? I suggested that to Kevin, and before he even got a chance to answer, the sneer cut through the fucking room to tell me that I wouldn't qualify to be the third death.
No.
No.
Why?
And
I mean,
He's on 4 seasons of a television show.
I have a feeling that
good podcast.
if there's the scroll at the bottom of CNN
Yeah.
and there's like the what happened during the day.
Yes.
I think that like
It has to hit that.
I think it has. I don't think that you could. I don't think that you could garner that kind of attention.
Do you
off
think
of 4 seasons on comic book, man?
Do you think?
Well, you haven't heard how I died yet.
That's what I was about to say. Do you think it depends on how he dies?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
If he goes out in a blaze of
Right.
glory,
Like 3 other people, like take 3-4 other people with me.
yeah, it depends on how he goes out. I mean, but if he was just to like keel over for like how
Right.
from a natural causes,
I don't know.
Surrounded at home by ones who sort of liked me.
One of the Howard Stern Whack Packers died this week.
okay.
Eric the Midget, yeah.
Eric the Midget, and I texted you, right? Like I told you, because I was actually balling because he was my favorite.
Yeah.
Does he count?
I think he counts because
He counts as one of the. So we're waiting for 2 more to
he
drop.
was on the cover of Us Weekly. He was in Variety that he died. Like he was reported in a lot of different places.
He was People Online, wasn't he?
I'm
People
talking.
Online.
Okay,
yeah.
then I'm
TMZ
saying,
reported he died.
Will your death get reported? Yes, but I don't think the whole country is going to be like, oh my god.
I just say they were going to mourn.
In threes, and you're counted as one of the threes. I just don't think it's.
What if they're reaching for the third one? They're like, well, Rob Lowe died, and,
Like 2 people from Rob Lowe.
and Will Ferrell died, and there's no third.
Two people from Troma movies you've never seen.
Okay,
so
right,
they die.
right. Well, what about like God, who's like a star who's
Big
like,
Ange.
Like Big Ange dies. Right.
Okay, so it's Big Ange.
Right. Less from a
It's
hardcore
less from
porn.
Hardcore Porn and me.
And you.
Yeah,
we
I think
were in
that's
a car together.
That's that's the trifecta of obscurity.
Yeah. Would they report the fact that we were together would be the only way it would get reported, right?
I think if you all die in a car crash together, then it gets reported.
Yeah.
But if it's all separate incidents, I don't even think anybody. It doesn't even make it in the local paper.
Yeah.
They refuse to run his obituary.
It takes my parents 3 days to be like, wait, what? You died? He also made the claim that I couldn't appear on a Canadian game show.
Why?
I don't have the juice.
I mean, I don't know. I just see a lot of fucking tall britches all of a sudden.
Really?
Yeah, it's really starting
on Brian specific?
Not on him. No, not just him. It's not just it's not him. It's just all of a sudden everybody's like, I'm on fucking TV. I can fucking conquer the world.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god.
Who are you talking about?
Well, he's not talking about me.
I'm guessing he's not talking about Kevin. So that only leaves two. And, I'm going to just narrow this down. Well, Ming's always felt that way. So the change in attitude is down to one person. We're back to Mike.
Well, I mean, then it rubs off on him because he's spending so much time with them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, we could do that.
Yeah. So Brian gets a minor burst in positivity, and you can't let him have it?
You
can't have it.
But it's always
after 5 years of fucking complete downing, he can't look forward to a Canadian TV show.
But it's always like this unrealistic speculation of shit that'll never happen. So it doesn't mean
But you've
anything.
said that from the beginning, though. Everything we've done, you said, is unrealistic. Remember the TV show?
Well,
unrealistic.
even unrealistic.
The vinyl, unrealistic.
But so if you get on a Canadian game show,
which I'm going to. That's my new goal. If I got on a Canadian game show, you would have to give it to me.
I'll give it up for you.
Okay.
I will. I'll fucking eat my.
I did think it was strange that you
hat.
said Canadian because I'm like, as few people that would know me here, no one would know me there. No one.
What's the game show?
Well, first we were saying Match Game. I could get on Match Game.
But why Canadian? Like, how did it come about?
Because there's a Canadian Match Game now, I guess Kevin said.
Okay.
Yeah.
They brought it back.
I suppose it's easier to, like, just the fact that I'm American would excite them.
Huh.
I mean, you got on the break the talking bad.
Yeah.
So.
That's right.
So you accomplished something.
Yeah. That'll always be a little bit tarnished, though, because it's the same network. Like I would have to get on a competing. You said you would feel the same way.
Yeah.
I would have to get on a network that is not AMC.
Like if you're on At Midnight on Comedy Central.
At Midnight, it's called.
Yeah, you don't watch that show?
No, is it good?
Oh, it's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Chris Hardwick game show.
Okay,
that's on at midnight, and it's pretty. They get a lot of funny people on there.
Really?
Yeah, Matt Myra writes for it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
didn't know that.
It's a really funny show. It's really well done.
I've been recommending BoJack lately.
Yeah, BoJack.
BoJack Horseman.
Do you hear about this,
Netflix.
BoJack Horseman?
I have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like a drug.
Yeah.
BoJack.
I'm on it right now.
BoJack. It sounds like something that, like, the new street drug.
Yeah, like
synthetic street drug from the 80s, BoJack.
Yo, Holmes, you got BoJack.
You be holding BoJack, motherfucker.
What's BoJack?
BoJack Horseman is a show
series.
that on Netflix, an animated series that Aaron Paul, Jesse from Breaking Bad, exec produces. Will Arnett does a voice. Amy Sedaris does a voice. Somebody else.
It's funny. I've seen the first 4 episodes. I liked it.
It's pretty good. It has a real good sense of humor.
How much TV you watch a week? Holy Christ.
Me?
Holy shit.
Yeah, but he's on TV. He's doing research.
Yeah.
I'm
looking for
ridiculous.
myself. I'm looking for game shows I could appear on.
Oh my God. How much really TV do you watch a week? Give me a kind estimate.
On
real
weekends?
And be honest.
Well, like Saturday, I binged BoJack and I watched every episode. That's all I watched. But there was 12 episodes and they're like 25 minutes each.
That's a lot of
It's like 6 hours in that.
And you told me you were going to tell me you had your little project ready by Monday, and that didn't happen because you're fucking watching BoJack.
Because I did watch BoJack. But Sunday...
That is 6 hours of television, BoJack.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday, I didn't watch any television at all. I don't think.
Well, that's
Sometimes
cool.
I'll
you watch out of a 24-hour period, you watch 12 hours of TV, but the next day you didn't watch any television.
No, 6 hours. And then the next day didn't watch anything. Now I'm criticizing. See what I mean? Can't you put some of it on him? He watches TV.
He turned in when he had to turn in. He flew back from a tour to come back and do this.
What the fuck? Why are you trying to
mean can I veto him?
It's not stuff.
I'm the grasshopper, bro. Yeah. Oh wait, no, you're the grasshopper. I'm the ant.
Yeah.
You're fiddling away the fucking weekend.
I know. I did fiddle away the weekend, but this weekend,
I would be even impressed if you fucking fiddled. All you did was sit on a fucking couch and watch TV.
Well, I don't know how to fiddle. I mean,
even if you pretended you knew how, at least you fucking doing something.
You're fiddling.
You're just sitting there fucking drooling, watching TV all weekend long.
I was fiddling at the time. Although I do fuck around on my guitar while I watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, noodling they call it.
All right, so it's kind of like fiddling.
I noodled a bit.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question. I responded to a tweet that wasn't really directed at me, but I saw it, and it made me think of something I had not thought of before. This is a person who doesn't follow us, has nothing really to do with us, and she writes, "I'm a feminist because in school we have a women's only self-defense class and no men's how not to be violent class." Okay.
Was this written to us or you found this online?
No. This was one of our followers retweeted this.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up seeing it.
Got it.
So I tweet back, "Women only sounds sexist. Thanks for bringing it to our attention." An obvious joke.
Sure. You're poking the feminist hornet's nest a little bit, but it's a joke.
It's really a
I don't
joke.
even get the tweet.
Which one? Hers
or
mine?
Can you explain it to me? No, hers. What was it again?
Hers. I'm a feminist because in school
she's in school, so
Yes.
she's a student.
I think college from the picture.
But you don't know if
college.
she's under. But you don't know if it's high school.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm thinking not.
Okay, so she's in school, and there is a female-only self-defense club.
Right. We have a women's only self-defense class.
Okay.
And no men's how not to be violent class. So what she's saying basically is, why do I have to take a class, which I'm sure is an elective, to teach me self-defense, and there's no class for men offered as to how not to be violent, so maybe I don't have to defend myself.
That's a pretty weak example.
Okay, one, it is trite and fucking played out.
Yeah.
That thought has been tweeted God knows how many fucking times already, okay?
I've never heard that before.
It's just a weak argument.
It's weak. Two, all right.
And if it's an elective, what dude would elect to take that class?
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. You can't just make up shit and expect the world. You have to do things realistically. Well, you tweeted.
Here's my point. Yeah, and then I tweeted.
You're upset by this,
sexist. Well, it annoyed me, and I'll tell you why. Because first off, it presumes that women aren't violent. Lots of women are violent.
Sure.
So why isn't it a co-ed class then? How about a co-ed self-defense class and a co-ed how not to be violent class? If you want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, look, women violence towards men is that's not even worth teaching a class about because men is so much larger than women. It's not really.
But women on women violence. This girl's talking about violence in general.
I think
the self-defense class will work if a woman attacks you, just as. It's just that the skills you learn will work on both sexes.
Right.
Well, she's suggesting, I mean, in this tweet, she's suggesting that all men are violent, and she shouldn't have to take these self-defense classes. Men should have to take classes to not be violent. One, which I say, not lots of guys aren't violent.
Sure.
Two, lots of women are violent. And three, this person's Canadian, so this really doesn't apply to them. Mm. But this is America.
Oh, you may hurt your chances. You may hurt your chances to get on that game show if you start dissing the Canadians.
Dude,
now
I'm going out on a limb here. I don't care.
You're not Teflon in Canada.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Three. This is fucking America, okay? Mm-hmm. This is a fucking country that the only reason you're living here is because of the violence of fucking men, white men in particular. It is the way fucking the world works. There is violence. Are you going to sit there and fucking tell me that, look, I fucking limited testosterone as it is. Do you want to fucking snip the rest of my fucking balls off so, I have nothing inside me? No, like, if somebody else is going to be aggressive towards me.
I'm curious about why
I just fucking piddle my pants.
Why do you feel that way? Like, why do you she's not suggesting that you not be a real man. When she never made that suggestion to you.
Well, no, she's saying no men's how to be violent, and I'm sitting here telling you that like this country wouldn't exist without violence.
Sure, but
I bet you. Oh, I'm sorry, Q.
No, go ahead.
I bet you there's an anger management class on that campus.
I'll bet you there is.
What's the school?
Which should be open for all. I don't know. I don't know what school she goes to. But then, of course,
and isn't that what that would be? An anger management? Wouldn't that be, or is that too broad?
No, I think you're right. I think it would be anger management.
Have you guys ever looked into
specific.
Anger management?
Me?
Yeah. Have you in the course of your?
It's entirely possible that at one time I don't even recall.
It's never been suggested by some of your counselors.
I don't think so.
No, Q, no.
Usually, like whenever it's suggested, it's by the girl I'm currently smacking around. That's a joke. Okay, that's the other thing I don't like about what this girl says. It fucking presumes that like that this is an offensive joke that like no women could possibly handle. I really think that like this whole thing can't joke about fucking women undersells and patronizes women. It presumes they don't have a fucking sense of humor that can handle certain jokes. It's ridiculous.
Well, maybe what she's doing is, I first of all, anybody who makes a statement like that to me, I don't credit with much intelligence or insight into it. So that's one. But that being said, like an intelligent person making similar statements that actually stand up on the scrutiny, I could see because like, look, like the way you push the envelope forward is by being offensive or the way you bring, like, look, remember the gay pride parades in the 80s in Manhattan?
Do I?
And it was like some guy painted like pink Jesus and like walking down the street in heels and all this really like shit that got everybody all wound up. You don't really hear that anymore, right? No. But back in the day, it used to be all the fucking time. Like, oh, this fucking gay parade.
But you know what it was?
Gay Jesus and blah, blah, blah.
What did get people upset? There was the Thanksgiving Day parade. They were doing that. What was that dance? Do you remember we talked about it? It was like a play, and the people that were representing characters in the play or were in the play, it was a certain dance with like transsexuals, and people got all worked up about that. Go ahead, I'll look up the transsexual.
I don't remember that.
But
you know what? I would argue that the fact that it's transsexuals who did that is proving the point that I'm trying to make, which is like the reason that we're now in a situation where gay marriage is becoming accepted and where really most people that I know aren't like
kinky boots,
aren't like oh fuck these fags and shit like that anymore, is because those people who dressed like the pink Jesus, who were loud and in your face and like offensively gay as it was back then, pushed the envelope to the point where everybody who followed them, who's like now you have gay couples who are just getting married, they're not walking down the street like gay Jesus in a pink loincloth. Like they pushed the envelope so that everybody else could follow and live comfortably in that means.
Unless I'm mistaken, didn't Sal go out as gay Jesus one Halloween?
He went out as gay Moses.
Gay Moses, that's right.
Gay Moses. He had the gay 10 commandments. Like, thou shalt be fabulous. Stuff, thou shalt order me a cosmopolitan and shit like that. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, so I think that's like now you'll see that with transsexuals because now that's a big thing now too. So it's just about pushing the envelope. So saying that all men are violent, it's just like if it causes certain men to be like, I'm not fucking violent, I would never do this, and it starts the dialogue, then
no, that's no good because that's how with the hashtag not all women when guys were like, hey, look, not all men are like that made them mad too.
Right, but as a response to them saying that, we're now having a conversation about it on a fucking male-oriented podcast where we're saying clearly beating women isn't right. You know what I mean? So it's like we might not have that conversation if they hadn't had made that hashtag. So I think that it's just about pushing everybody into outside their comfort zones so that the comfort zone gets expanded, if that makes sense.
It does.
Right. That being said, I don't credit her with any intelligence. That was just a stupid
Well, if this makes sense to you, the thing that got me really annoyed me towards the end was her follow-up tweet to my tweet, which was obviously a joke, was, this is why I don't tweet. Sigh. And then I go back and I look at her feed, and
But you do tweet.
You do tweet. The longest you've gone is 3 days without tweeting.
No. Yeah.
Go on now. Get out of here.
She's got a real like smug high horse. That's
There she is. There she is.
Okay, yeah, nice.
She's not ugly. She's not an ugly person, but she's wearing oversized glasses to be hipstery.
Yeah, we got everything I need to know about her. I got in her profile photo.
Yep,
I got it.
You know.
Yeah, I've just cracked her code completely. Just looking at a goofy photo.
Yeah, I don't think the answer is stamping out violence. It's not going to fucking happen.
No.
So let's focus on like where that violence is directed. And it should be at foreigners, not women.
We should turn all women into glass.
Yeah. God, I was just about to ask Walt something.
I'm wishing Q you didn't make that flight back tonight.
Oh,
yeah. Too hot button?
No.
This can't be hot.
All right, let's switch it up.
What do you want to ask me?
I forget. Now.
Like you're
It'll
wishing
come
my
back to me.
flight went down.
Yeah.
Not down, because you missed it.
It's Kinky Boots. That was the play that got people.
That's
I think it was a parade.
It was during the parade.
They put on a
that's
play.
Cyndi Lauper, right?
It was the performance by the cast of Kinky Boots about a straight-laced shoe factory owner's partnership with a drag queen who helps him turn his business around. Although the show's message is of acceptance and tolerance, the performance was relatively tame. But a lot of people got mad at NBC for broadcasting it because I guess it's a transvestite dancing around with some shoe factory owners. I don't know. I vaguely recall it at the time. People got mad about it. Probably nobody's thought about it since then.
All right. Well, let's switch the topic. I don't want Walt to regret my being here. All right. What's that special deal? Come on.
All right, Q.
What's going on? We have to cut this in early into the show because I don't know if anybody's making it to the end of this episode.
Why? What happened? It's not going?
Twitter war over here hasn't said a word in 5 minutes. I don't know how much energy we're carrying.
Oh no, I'm ready for this because I'm.
Yeah.
Walt put this together, and it's, I believe, one of the coolest items thus far.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like it. When I saw it, I when we first scoped it out, it appeared to me that it wasn't going to be doable,
right?
Due to cost, and Walt persevered. And by Walt, I mean Declan. But no, Walt kept up. Walt kept at it, and even Declan said no. Declan said no in the beginning. Declan ended. I said, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. Walt pressed it,
made it happen,
and he made it happen, and in a fucking big way because this is very cool.
This is very cool, and it's already done, right, Walt? It's a done. This is one of the projects we announce and then don't do. This project is done.
While we are talking about it, people can on their whatever device they're listening to this on can go to tellhimstevedave.com. Is that where that redirect you to there?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you go to tellhimstevedave.com, you're going to be redirected to our merch page, which has just grown, has just doubled, I think, with some of the new items we got up there right now. But one, Cryptozoic Man.
Yes.
We did that booty time last year with the 4 bonus pods.
That's right.
People who missed out on it want to know. I've had a lot of inquiries about how can I get the booty time? How can I?
And we said never. You'll never hear it.
Well, I always, from the get-go, I knew that when the eventual trade paperback was released, I would re-offer those bonus pods with it.
You're the complete opposite. If the comic book, not comic book, but like comic novel, record, film industries were left in your hands, they would all collapse because you're so concerned about double dipping and not, making people feel as if like they're being shanghaied yet once again for the same material. Like very. And that
only comes. And again, this feels like, you know what? This reminds me of. This feels like when I was at the Kiss concert and we're like, we love you people. Without you, we're nothing. You know how they say, rock stars will scream that out to the crowd, and it's total bullshit. But this is what this feels like right now. But coming off, Tell Him Steve Dave, and some of the projects that we've put out there, and the reception, to me, it cannot be ignored. The amount of support and the amount of just energy and what's the other word? Just the excitement level and the way that people that have supported whatever we threw out there.
Right.
So when the support for the Cryptozoic Man Booty Time was off the charts, if I was going to re-offer that Booty Time again, I did not want to add like one stupid little thing to have those people have to buy the same exact thing again for something that was they didn't need. If you got it the first time, you certainly don't need it this time.
Right.
And I was because there was strong suggestions put out there. We should offer a fifth pod with the release of with the trade paperback. That was suggested by people. I would not hear of it because that would have been. I thought that would have been like. That's the shitty end of the stick shoved down your throat.
Well, it's just like enough pods already. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Enough pods already.
Right.
How much more special could it be than the other 4?
So if you go in there, this is what you're getting. If you missed out, and only if you missed out, you need to go there. The Cryptozoic Man trade paperback is offered up on tellemstevedave.merchtable.com. There are some extras thrown in there, but they're comic book extras and not anything not anything content wise. If you're like a completist on the Tell 'em Steve Dave episode library, you don't need to listen anymore. Because I wouldn't hear of it.
Well, I write an intro and then you do some sketches in the back, right?
Well, yeah. Well, that's yes. The Cryptozoic Man trade paperback collects all 4 issues. Has a very sweet intro by BQ.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come signed by Brian and myself with a little Cryptozoic Man doodle inside for the cover.
Oh, you decided to do the doodle?
Did the doodle.
Okay. Did you do the doodles already?
I'm in the process. Yes.
Okay.
Doodle, yes. By the time this airs, I'll be doodles.
Wow.
I'll be done with my doodles.
Excellent.
He's doodling away too. I feel so bad. Like as we're waiting for the podcast, he has this huge stack, and it's like I think it's unfair to call it a doodle. It's a sketch.
He
sketches it out, and it takes him a good little bit of time.
Okay.
And then he hands it to me, and I'm like, just sign my name.
Right.
Done.
But you're not only getting the Cryptozoic Man trade paperback. It's got all the covers. It's got all the variant covers in it. It's one of the. I'm really proud of it. I really love the way it came out. I really love the package and the design that Dynamite put this through. I'm usually never 100% happy with anything.
Right.
This one of the few times I can say I'm totally happy with the way everything came out. But we're offering this is only offered the first 350 trades are going to come with this. Because we don't have enough after 350 copies. The Doodle and an Impractical Jokers promo comic that was released at San Diego Comic-Con, right?
That's right. San Diego Comic-Con, not in 2013.
2013, you guys did a promo comic.
That's right. That told the origin story of how we met in high school.
8-page story?
No, it's almost. I think it's like 15 pages.
15-page story.
To 17 pages.
We only have 350 of these. So once the 350 are gone, the first 350 are gone, then we're not going to be offering the Impractical Jokers and the sketch anymore. It's just going to be the book, and you're going to get the 4 podcasts that the Cryptozoic Man pod, the Fiasco pod,
right.
The controversial Taking Hay, which
he snuck on there, huh?
which is unofficially making hay 3.
Right.
That's making hay. That's like when Halloween, like they did Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, and then they did Halloween 3. Right? I mean, you'd have to say that's the model right there.
2 more pods still, Ming and Mike.
And you get the 4th bonus pod, which I was shocked at, like how little at that point we had put into the thought process. We just called it the 4th bonus pod.
At that point, we're like, holy fucking shit. How many more fuck ups can happen that we're in one pod?
So yes, it's back available. It's going to be available. For as long as there's Tell 'em Steve Dave, this will be available now. This is the only way we're going to have. The only way you're going to be able to get the bonus pods is going to be through buying the trade paperback of Cryptozoic Man at tellemstevedave.merchtable.com. And the special unique thing about how you're getting the pods.
This is going to blow your balls off. Or if you're 13%, You fall
Yeah,
off.
your nips
Is
are
that
gonna pop right
PG-13?
through your bra.
But we're not doing that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The 4 bonus pods are going to come on an official Tell 'em Steve Dave USB dog tag necklace.
Right.
With the emblazoned with the ant from the T-shirt that's up there right now. It's a badass.
It's fucking, and it's a gig. It's a gig.
Is it a gig?
I went home and I tested it, and it was a gig.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot. That's a pretty fair amount.
I don't.
It's
You
a
know
good
what?
size.
We shouldn't say that because the ones I gave you were just a sample.
Oh,
Excuse me, a
okay.
sample. I have no idea what the ones that I got, the official ones are.
I'm going to go ahead and guess they have to be at least half a gig to fit all those
pods,
on.
right?
Yeah, so
Right.
it may be a gig.
But these again,
A gig isn't very big anymore anyway, so it's adequate though.
these came out really sharp, and they come with one tag is the USB, and there's a second tag that you can wear just around your neck.
It's an actual dog tag.
It's an actual dog tag.
With the Army Ant on
With the Army Ant logo. This, just as the Cryptozoic Man exceeded my expectations and how it looked, the final trade paperback, this also exceeded my expectations. I love the way it came out. So you're getting all that. You're getting the Cryptozoic Man trade. You're getting the Impractical Jokers comic book signed by Q. The Cryptozoic Man trade has all come with the little doodle and Brian and Walt sketch signatures.
Sure. And I've already signed all the comics too. We're waiting on nothing.
As have I.
Right. Okay.
Well, they're looking at them right now. If they're interested,
Right.
they're probably
They're ready to
already.
go. Okay, good.
But then I thought to myself, this is not fair to the people who bought the Booty Time and they just got mailed, by some email from Declan that went to their junk mail about all the pods.
Right.
So he's removing Taking Hay to make up for it.
No, I said to myself, we do have to make it fair to all those great ants who supported it originally, and that I've always got them in mind first. I wanted to offer the USB necklace solo, so that's also up on the on the merch table site as well. If you don't want to order the book and you don't need all the extras, all the bells and whistles, you can just get the dog tags. There's no content on the dog tags if you just want to order dog tags.
Sure,
the dog tags are $14.99.
Okay,
and by that point we'll know for sure what the size of the
and the book with all the extras, all the bells and whistles. That's $39.99. I wanted to make it in the ballpark area of the original Booty Time, which was $28.
Wait, I thought. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else. Right.
$39.99 for the book and all the extras that go with it, and you get all that stuff: 4 pods, USB dog tag, book, sketch, signatures.
Well, if you think about it like this, what does the trade go for on its own?
18.
And then how much does the dog tag go for on
15.
its own? So right away, you're getting
4 pods, doodle. So we definitely. I know that $39.99 is a lot. I understand it. I struggle with that too. But when you factor in all the back and forth, all the mailing that we got to do, this was the price point that I think we all came with that we could do.
Is this?
It's a lot easier to struggle with receiving it than paying it.
and then the final item up on blue merch. What's it called?
Merch table.
TellHimSteveDave.merchtable.com. Blue collar. You found a little private stash of vinyls.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah.
Interesting how we weren't aware of these vinyls, Walt, and suddenly you're sitting on a fucking...
Not a lot of them.
No.
Very limited amount.
Of the vinyl cast.
I've had so many people email me and ask me about, can I get a vinyl? I wish I had was listening when the vinyl was offered. Well, here for a limited time until they run out, and once they run out, they'll never be available again.
We just don't have anymore.
Yeah, this is it. We put up the 6 boxes that you found, right?
6 boxes of 40.
I think it's 5 boxes, or
5.
It's 220, I think.
Okay.
So they are being offered again for a very limited time. Also, with the dog tag, though, because I'm sure people want to leave it sealed and they want to listen to the Vinyl Cast pod, or what was ever on the Vinyl Cast. So that'll be on the dog tag if you order the Vinyl Cast.
Brilliant.
The Vinyl Cast pod is on the dog tags, and that's $54.99.
Right.
With vinyl cast and dog tag.
Yeah, you get the actual vinyl and a dog tag.
And the dog tag necklace that you could plug in and you could listen to the vinyl cast and never have to open your pristine sealed copy.
That's right.
So our merch is just
blowing
doubled.
Up. Yeah,
it's exploding.
but
with another announcement on the horizon, something very, very cool and inexpensive.
Yes. Yeah, so this is a booty time? Are we playing the booty time music?
It's not a traditional booty time because we're not. I'm not fielding the calls. I'm not having Mike field the calls.
Right,
this is just go to tellemstevedave.merchtable.com if you're interested. I didn't order a lot of dog tags. I have no idea what the response is going to be. Play it safe. If there's an interest, we'll restock them.
People are going to be interested because the dog tags are all badass, man. They're really cool.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean,
we always want to do things that make us excited when they come out. So, and this one, I definitely was happy with the way it came out.
Sweet, me too, man. This is great. This is very exciting.
All right, so it could be a nice Christmas present for yourself, an early Christmas present if you've missed out on the vinyl, or or if you have somebody you want to give a nice Cryptozoic Man trade to with a sketch. Perfect gift.
Yeah, and if they don't like it, fuck them.
There you go.
You shouldn't be friends or family with them.
Hashtag go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
You want to lube up with my story of fucking heroicism today? How I was a hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't lead with this.
No, this is something that has been fucking bothering me big time. Every morning I drive Sage to the bus stop because the bus stop's like a quarter mile from our house, maybe a little bit longer. And I give her the option. I was like, I'll drop you off because it's only, up the hill. Or you could take the bus with your friends. She always wants to take the bus with her friends, so I take her to the bus stop.
How old is she now?
She's 8.
Okay.
Twice already before today, while the bus is there with the stop sign out and all the other shit, 2 people have driven by without stopping. One was a fucking flower delivery service that like literally zoomed by, like right by where you used to live, Walt, at the end of Ocean and into Washington, no less than 40 miles an hour.
Whoa! So didn't
like they did? I don't even think I don't know if they saw the school bus. They needed to deliver these flowers because it's important.
Sure.
Another person did it, and I vowed the next time somebody did it, I was gonna take action. I'm gonna make sure that I'm at the ready. So today, bus is stopped. Stop sign is out. As Sage gets on the bus, and then her little friend Alyssa gets on the bus, and I see a van coming, like a minivan coming towards the bus.
Right. Now, were you ready? You're like, I'm going to do this?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I can tell that they're not going to even fucking slow down.
Right.
Because it's all these commuters going to the commuter ferry, and they all drive like assholes. They all fucking leave way too late.
Because they're all New Yorkers.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Live in our houses and then go work in their city, their fancy city.
Is it like one of the short buses?
No, this is a big bus.
This is a big bus. So they can't even, it's not even like they could even fucking miss it.
You're
it's
not
a
missing
giant
this
school
bus.
Right.
This is a giant school bus. Parked, like it starts to turn and then it parks. So it's blocking part of the road. There's no possible way you could miss it. So I see this guy humming down the road, and I step out into the road a little bit because the other girl's not done getting on yet, and I like I said that day, people slow down usually when they see me in the road, and I see he's not going to slow down, so I put my hand up like, hey, slow down.
All right.
He's not slowing down, so I fucking step right in front of the fucking car and go around to the side, and he starts to yell at me through his window. And I said, there's a stop school bus right there, you fucking asshole. And I slapped his window, his driver's side window. And I have a ring on. It's a pretty heavy ring. It's like, it has weight to it. So it makes this loud noise. And there's a moment, just like not even 2 seconds, but there's a moment where I remember, I always have a pocket knife in my car. I mean, in my pocket, a decent sized knife. In the making of Halloween, the first one, remember when he gets out of the nurse is driving up to the asylum with Dr. Loomis or whatever. Or no, the nurse is, she's not with Loomis at this point. And Michael Myers gets on top of the car. and he swings his hand down and he breaks the passenger side window.
Okay.
And the way he does it, the way they do it special effects wise in the movie is he has a piece of metal in his hand.
Right.
So there's a moment where I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a Michael Myers. I'm going to fucking smash his window with the knife in my hand. So I turn and he zooms off. He zooms off and goes around the fucking bus. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck's the matter with me? Like, if I had gotten the knife out in time, which is carrying a deadly weapon, possibly concealed, I'm going to break his window. It's going to be a headache for me. I'm not going to look good. Not like what I ended up doing was what I should have done in the first place. Well, which I did end up doing in the first place was I go to the police station. I say, here's what happened. They pull up the guy's picture. And I say, I want to sign a complaint against him. And they tell me that they can't do it in Highlands because of Sandy. They've fucked up the borough building. So now they have their courts in Atlantic Highlands, which is like a 2-mile drive. So I drive down there and I tell the lady the issue. And she said, I said, you can call Highlands Police for all the information. And she says, no, I can't do that. I said, why not? That's what they told me to tell you to do. She says, well, that would make me partial, and I have to remain impartial in situations like this. I said, how are you being not being impartial? You need to get information about someone I'm signing a complaint against. And she said, well, that's not the police's job to come up with, to find out that information. I said, we know the information. You just have to call and get it.
What's the complaint, though?
The complaint is that the guy passed a stopped school bus.
And how do you prove that or disprove it, though?
Well, I go into court and I say, this is what I saw. And the bus driver is in the court and says, this is what I saw.
Right.
So when you have, because the bus driver had just said to me, like I said, she goes, it's amazing. Nobody tried to pass me today.
Wouldn't the bus driver, shouldn't he or she be making that so that it's taken a little bit more, I mean, like.
Why wouldn't it be taken seriously?
They took
it seriously, trust me. In Highlands, I know the cops and they took it very seriously. I'm not a joke everywhere, just in Canada.
No, I'm just saying, but why isn't the bus driver filing these complaints? Why is she letting it happen day after day?
I told her that because there's really nothing she can do, like in the moment. If somebody like zooms past, it's like she can't.
Well, she can go after she drops kids off, go file a complaint, right?
If she sees their license plate number, if she happens to. It just so happens like I wrote it down and I poked my head in and I said, I'm going to sign a complaint right now. The point being that when I'm talking to this woman in the other jurisdiction, the way that she suggests, she goes, this is how you have to do it. You have to take the license plate number, go to motor vehicles,
oh my God,
and they will give you the name and address.
No, they won't.
I said, no, they won't. I said, there have been laws in place for decades because that information can't get out because of like stalkers and stuff like that. And she's fucking sitting there telling me this is the way it's done. And I argued with her for like the tiniest bit of time. I was like, because I was on my way here to do the last day of Comic Book Men, and I said I'll just take it up with the Highlands Police, and I called them, and the guy I talked to was like, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. We've never heard of anything like this. It would be impossible for you to get the information.
Sure.
He said, I'll do you a favor. I'm going to just call with it so that they have to write it down.
Okay.
That's the kind of fucking idiocy you're dealing with. Like somebody who's what if I were to be like, oh, okay, should I go get you some fucking green dot cards while I'm at it? Like, what am I, fucking Momo over here? Like, no, motor vehicles isn't going to give me the fucking information, dummy.
Wow.
So why are you wasting my time?
So this is why you're a hero? This is the heroics?
That was the heroics.
All right.
I'll let you know. Well, it'll only be truly heroic if he gets busted because I looked up what the fines are.
What are the fines?
Fines are between $100 and $250, but the big one is 5 points on your license, which could double your insurance rates.
But
so this guy's either in for an attorney,
do it, though?
But there's two witnesses, two eyewitnesses.
So the bus driver has to show up.
Yeah. She said she would.
But if she doesn't, it's going to be just your word against his word.
I guess it would probably be my word against his word, and then it may be dropped because
that would be dropped. Yeah,
yeah, because there's no real way to prove it. I didn't have like my cell phone out or anything to video it because it all happens so fast.
That's what you should do.
But at least
you should set up a fucking video camera at that bus stop and just.
I mean, we could take this out, but don't you think the irony here is really weird though that you brought up that tweet? And now you're talking about taking a knife out and doing all that stuff.
What, smashing a window?
Yeah, but it's male on male violence.
It doesn't matter though. It's still very.
Well, it's here to prove that violence is here to stay.
It doesn't do anything for your argument though about what you were just complaining about though.
Well, he didn't take his knife out though.
I know, but he said he wanted to, and and that's his first things. That's the first thing he thinks of doing and everything.
But one, I didn't take it out. So I don't even need to take a class out not to be violent.
You punched his window and everything, and you want to break the window.
The guy's fucking driving by a school bus. I don't give a fuck. If I could have pulled him out of the car and beaten his ass, I would have done it.
Sure,
I would have done it because he's an asshole.
Right, but don't you think though that coming off what you let in with?
Because I'm not apologizing for violence with what I let off with. I'm saying that violence is inherent in people, like male and female. The levels are different, but this whole fucking entire world, whether it's fucking religion or political or whatever, you're surrounded by violence. So to fucking pinpoint like, I might meet a guy that might be violent towards me, so therefore I have to take a self-defense class. So therefore all guys are fucking jerks is so fucking like such a world view that is skewed and small and fucking dumb.
Also popular.
Just dumb.
Also popular, which might be some of the reasons that people like Goggles McGee over there fucking jumps on the train.
Right. Like, I know what I'll do. I'll tweet it 8 months after everyone else did.
Right.
If that was a woman, it wouldn't even, honestly, my on Sage's eyes, I wouldn't have hit her window. I wouldn't think of pulling her out of the car, but I would write that number down. Yeah. But when a guy's fucking yelling at me through a window, you little pussy, and you're not going to get out, you're just going to sit there screaming, and then you're going to keep going and endangering the life of like my niece and her friends. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dickhead.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I agree. The older I get, it happens less, but I still get pissed off, and like I'm not above punching a window here or there.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah. I think I did it in Manhattan like 3 weeks ago to a bus driver. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just happened to be wearing the ring. It wasn't like that wasn't intentional. I was just slapping the window like, what are you doing? Shit. Stop your fucking car. But he might have been late for the ferry. Therefore, why not run over a fucking kid?
Yeah. You know what? Sal and I had a similar conversation this the other day, and where I forget what we were talking about, but I was like, you know what? I was like, you meet dickheads in this world, but you don't know what's going on in their life. Like, imagine the fucking worst fight you ever had with a woman, like where she just fucking drove you insane. And then you walk out on the street and one person meets you in the next 5 minutes. Like, their impression of you is not going to be good. They're going to be like, he's a fucking lunatic. His face is all red. He's fucking mumbling to himself. He's fucking killing himself. So, I mean,
that's everyday type shit.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. So it's just like that guy, and I'm not defending him. You should stop. Even I stop at fucking at those bus things, and I almost never stop at red lights anymore. Like I just don't even give a shit anymore. So that's not the best things, but for all you know, his wife was riding his balls all morning, and he was just like, "Fuck,
yeah,
fuck, why did I marry?
Yeah,
And
she was in the passenger seat, and I don't know if she was yelling at him or yelling at me, but she was yelling too.
Sure.
And all I want them to do.
There was a passenger in the car?
It was I assume it was his wife.
So you hit her window?
No, I hit his window. I hit the driver's side window, yeah. All I wanted him to do was stop literally for less than 10 seconds. Why? What would you do? What would you do?
I'm just saying, but I just think it's weird. I just think it's weird that you lead off with that, like you're angry about that, and then you come across and you tell this tale of like that you want to rip somebody out of a car and beat them up, regardless of how worthy of the cause that may be. You are like you're mad at somebody for being mad at people who act the way you do, though.
No.
Your reaction to something
I don't fucking act like that.
But you said you want to, though.
No, I do
I know
not.
You didn't.
I don't want to. She is obviously saying I'm a feminist because men are fucking violent and men will fucking hit me, so I need to defend myself against men. And I'm saying that is fucking horseshit.
A woman is more likely to get hit by a man than another woman. I imagine that's got to be the odds are in that favor, right?
Yes, but still. Why
predominantly?
Yes,
the
you're
probably stacked.
right. But why generalization? Like, why even fucking tweet something so fucking ignorant and just so dopey?
But if
why respond to it?
But the percentage.
Yes.
But if the percentages
when it's not directed at me.
But if the percentages are in her favor, then why is she?
Because But what you're saying is that she should tweet it because of guys like me who get angry at shit that.
No, not guys like you. But I think the fact that it's just an odd.
I'm defending a different type of violence. I'm defending a type of violence that one is fucking government sanctioned and fucking was forced at times.
Sure.
Religion, like wars, like sending guys to war is incredibly violent. The amount of violence behind religion, historically.
Yeah,
it's like nobody's.
I think you're diluting your argument when you go that broad of a scope. You know what I mean? Like you should just you're perfectly right to poke holes in what she's saying. I don't think you have to go back, to the fucking to World War I to prove it. Yeah, like the Ottoman Empire and shit like that to prove it. Like she made a dopey statement.
But I agree with Walt. It's in the wording. It's like the anger management thing. It's like if I have to take self-defense classes, then angry people or people that get set off easily should have to take anger management classes. And to me, that's fucking.
But she doesn't. She's
totally acceptable.
She doesn't have to take them. She's taking them for her safety.
I'm a feminist because
right.
Men are fucking violent and men will fucking hit me. That is what that statement is saying.
But if it's a true statement, if she's making a true statement, then so what? I guess maybe that is why she's
even experienced it, or maybe she's had a family.
Possible.
Maybe she's come from a family. You don't know what her.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
Right, but I mean. Well,
like last week I argued
now you're
against.
Saying your dad. Then you're saying you're. I mean, no, I'm saying that maybe her dad, whoever tweeted this, maybe her dad beat her mom or something, which is a horrific atmosphere to grow up in.
Right.
For a male or a female.
And of course, because that happened, all men should have to take a How Not to Be Violent class.
If you've experienced it, your mindset would think that probably.
I've experienced tons of shit, and I don't generalize and think that all fucking people. I've gotten fucking cheated on. Should every fucking woman take a class on how not to be a fucking cheating cunt? Like, no.
I mean,
no.
Some people can learn from that class.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest that course.
Right.
I don't know. I just think that her passion for tweeting it isn't. I don't know. Yeah, it's strange that it got you that riled up. Yeah. I could see the other thing getting you riled up. There's a true cause and there's a true trigger there.
Right.
The other one, I don't know.
Well, the other one to me is just like it's. What Q said, it's just such a weak fucking I know what I'll do I know how I'll do my part. I'll tweet something that's been tweeted 1 billion fucking times over the past year.
Armchair feminism.
Yeah.
I haven't, nobody should have issue with feminism. It's good. It's a necessary force. But armchair feminism is just so fucking
it's fucking second in annoying bullshit only next to the whole white knight
anything
syndrome.
You tweet is armchair then. Anything you tweet is armchair if you're tweeting about it, right?
Not if it's backed up, I guess, by a history of doing things. Like if it's your only outlet on a stance, then yes, it's armchair. But if it's one of many,
right?
Then
but you can't possibly tell that unless you go look through her dossier to figure out to see. So you're automatically going from, if you're thinking that though, armchair.
Sure.
You're automatically judging everybody who does a hashtag as an armchair. Then
absolutely
sure. I'm not judging anybody. I don't care.
Not the case. No, I'm sure that there are plenty of people, women and guys, who are on Twitter who use their fucking not all women. He for she, I think, is the new one. I don't know what it means, but I'm sure that once, they tweet their thought, they then move on and actually do something,
Right.
And whether that's, I've known people who fucking blather on about feminism, and as opposed to doing, saying manning a rape crisis phone,
Sure.
or donating time in a women's shelter.
Right.
They sit around talking about what dickheads guys are.
Right.
So go fuck yourself if that's you.
Yeah, that's armchair feminism.
Yeah.
Which is counterproductive.
Right. It's just sitting around in judgment and making generalizations about people.
Which you just admitted to that you're doing. When you see hashtags, you're like, you're judging them and making generalizations that they can't possibly be anything but armchair.
I thought we were joking around about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we were joking around about the hashtag thing. That's why I said if they hashtag and then go out and do something, then no, there's no issue. But just sit around hashtagging and acting like you're fucking changing the world. I got an issue with it.
How many followers does she have? I just wonder how you got wrapped up in this.
Wow. I really wished I had let you talk about that fucking horse cartoon.
73 followers.
BoJack?
You got any BoJack
It sounds like you're on BoJack, that fucking drug.
Me?
No, him.
Oh, him. I have a long history of only caring about social issues that affect firemen and animals. Well, that's my.
I thought you were going to say that only affect Q.
Firemen and animals.
A long history of accusing them of that.
Yeah. All right.
He has passion. I wish he was into sports. He would not go into all this. He would funnel all that passion into a team.
Right.
And you never have to ever get fucking worked up.
Speaking of violent, you were going to fucking cut my throat in the middle of the night for teasing you about the Kings.
But I mean, all that passion, all that intensity, that's where a lot of people exhaust it in something, I guess, that you find meaningless, but they get it all out there, though. They get it all out of their system.
Yeah. I'm too busy watching BoJack and chasing commuters down the street. Q, this is a sponsor that I know you have a love-hate relationship with.
Who's this?
Oh, Nature Box.
Yeah, Nature Box.
No, all love.
Well, I thought that you love them, but you hate them for not sending you more free stuff.
I should just pay for it. Who the fuck am I? But I'm addicted to the vanilla granola that they do. It's fucking great. So, and my cries for free vanilla granola from Nature Box they go completely ignored.
Is this an official cry? Because we can get people to Ants. Please, let's tweet Nature Box and A. Tell them that you're going to try out their product, and B. Implore them, please send Q some free granola, free vanilla granola. It's not right.
It's not right.
That a celebrity of his stature.
Well, I'm a spokesman for the company. Shouldn't I have access to the product?
How do you know if you're going to like it? You're going to pay like every other schmuck out there?
Nobody's going to.
Who does that? What company does that? Here, pitch our stuff, and you're going to have to pay to pitch it.
That's crazy.
They did send samples.
That was a while ago.
A long time ago, man.
But there again, maybe if you pay for it, you're likely to be more objective rather than like, I got it for free. I better say something
You're
nice.
just a puppet.
Yeah. Don't send him anything, Nature
Box.
Box.
Mr. Nature Box's fucking hand is fucking working that fucking mouth.
Yeah, you could see his fingers peeking out of Q's mouth and shit, His hand's so far up there.
No, they don't, though, because they haven't sent me any fucking free vanilla granola.
How do you off topic, but how do you think podcast commercials do for these companies? These guys are on a lot of podcasts, right? Nature Box, they're just not exclusively on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
All I know is that Chris Ladondo has an Audible spot, and that makes me think nothing against Chris, but I'm like, good Lord, didn't he just start? Well, they must advertise with every single podcast
How
possible.
much is Chris Lodondo charging for a spot on his pod? Let's do a commercial for Tell 'em Steve Dave on his pod.
Okay. Oh, you want
Think he'll
it?
give us a good rate?
Yeah, definitely.
You can at least match Audible. He's probably getting a free book and 2 weeks for free.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's.
Yeah. Okay, Chris Lodondo, this is an official inquiry as to your
You tweet Bry your rates.
Yeah. We need to get a rate sheet so we know if we can afford to advertise with you like Audible does.
Well, they must, but like these companies must be doing well, right? With podcast advertising?
They must be because they blanket it. It's relatively inexpensive, certainly compared to TV and even compared to radio, you know? So a podcast, if you can get a good rate, I guess it's worth reaching a couple hundred people.
100?
I mean, even a couple hundred. I mean,
That's all we're.
No, not us.
That's all we're getting today.
No, we're not talking about us.
we're talking about us. We're talking about, you know.
I shouldn't have got all those fucking USBs. If I
Lesser,
only reaching 100 people.
Like I fucked up. We're not nearly as beloved as I thought.
Redondo, we're going to need a better rate than I thought.
Can you hook us up with Audible?
Redondo, you want to push some USBs for me?
You want to buy some USBs? Just put the name of this podcast over it. Masking tape.
I wonder if I can get myself booked on iSell Comics.
We were talking about this today, Walt. The gradual lessening of sugar in what was it, Coke?
Oh yeah,
All
did you hear about
sodas?
this?
No, what's going
on? Coke and Pepsi have committed to reducing sugar by 20% over the next 10 years.
Isn't going to taste not delicious?
Well, I think what they're going to do is they're going to take a little bit out each year, so it's a gradual decrease in sugar. So by the time 2025 comes,
right,
you'll be
Acclimated?
Yes, to 20% less sugar in your Pepsi and Coke.
So their sugar costs are about to go down 20%.
Well, in 10 years.
Yeah.
Sure, but
But they can't do it. They would be too jarring, I think, to do it now.
Right.
Take 20% of the sugar out.
I wish they would do it though.
I'm glad they're doing it. This is
it's called
smart.
diet soda, fuckhead. Just drink that. This is the thing. This is the point of this is that Nature Box is way ahead. Like Coke and Pepsi in 10 years, okay, that's all good and fine.
Right.
Nature Box right now, low in sugar, no gluten, zero trans fats, zero fructose corn syrup. Oh, it's so fucking good.
I can't.
Nature Box sounds to me like it's hamster food.
You're right. You're right. It practically is.
Everything you just read is when my daughter had a hamster.
Yeah. Do they sell like wheels and shit? Like,
Guys,
we're going off topic.
come on. Stay with it, guys.
Every box of peanut butter nom noms comes with a habit trail.
All joking aside, I mean that vanilla granola crunch is delightful.
Yeah. Siege likes the baked sweet potato fries. That's what she likes.
That's great.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I'm sure there's no way that hamsters are dining on baked potato fries.
Right.
Probably not.
This is the fucking.
This is
fit for a
gourmet
king.
hamster food. This is like a rich Hollywood type person's
Right.
gerbil or hamster would eat this.
Right, like
Whereas-
Lisa Lohan's gerbil.
Yeah, or Lindsay, her sister or slash cousin, whatever, you know.
Who's hot right now? Who's hot and probably could walk around with a hamster on a leash and be like, oh my god, that's the new in thing because they did it.
Well, Kim Kardashian, sure, I'm sure could still do it to this day. You know,
Yeah.
she should try it. Like if
Adriana Grant.
if she had a fucking really good sense of humor and was poking fun, I would have a whole new respect for her. If like it turned out that she was walking around with a hamster on a leash just to see if other people would do it, it'd be fucking genius.
She's
you
not
know?
doing that. She's staying on brand and she's keeping that money coming in. She's a smart girl.
Yeah. Well,
She's definitely smart.
She's a smart girl.
her handlers are smart.
Well, whatever.
Whoever
well,
said
then
hired
she's
him
smart enough
for
to
it.
shut up and do what she's
hired him.
told.
Yeah,
Then she's smart.
she's smarter than me.
She is.
Oh, I mean,
way
don't
smart.
be hard on yourself, but yeah.
Let Walt be hard on you.
Yeah. if we were fucking vying for that third celebrity death, I know who I'd lose to.
I think that a lot of people are going to lose out to her. She's a megastar, man.
Yeah,
she's not,
fucking front row at the Oscars.
Like it or not, she is A-list.
Yeah.
And you can't deny it.
Is she still A-list if she's not with Kanye?
Yes.
She's still A-list,
yes.
yeah?
Yes.
Good Lord. I was at Richmond. This is a little bit off topic from Nature Box as well, but I was in Richmond and I was getting dressed and flipping around on TV, and it was like a local affiliate, Channel 10. Nikki Hilton was selling her new handbag collection. And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at these two fucking hosts of not like Good Morning America or anything major. It's like a local type thing. And the dude is pretending that it's the second coming of Christ, like whatever fucking handbag she's currently selling. He's so fucking excited by it.
That shit.
Well, that's what I was expecting out of you fuckers when I was trying to push those USBs, and I thought that you would talk it up as if it was.
I'm going to add in the oohs and ahs. I said it was the coolest fucking idea that's come down the pike so far. You pressed for it, Evo, and me and Declan were like, nah, I don't think it's going to work. but
I wanted to hear some Christ-like comparisons,
some messianic comparisons. All right. I'm going to stop short of saying you could be the Messiah.
Excellent.
Tell them stevedave.merchtable.com.
Yeah.
And whatever else.
And naturebox.com/TSD. Who's paying for
this? Nice. Did you, not to change the topic, but those pages that I handed in for the mystery project, did you do it?
You gotta get your fucking your brother and namesake only. You gotta fucking light a fire under that fucker's ass.
Who, me?
No,
who's
Quinn,
brother?
Declan.
Oh, Declan.
Oh. Can you put a firecracker in that motherfucker's bunghole?
I have to stop talking about Declan on air.
He's too busy buying Jaguars. Did you know that?
I can't.
Did you hear this?
I don't even feel comfortable talking about
I'm
this.
not even kidding.
I know.
We talked about it
this.
later. Because I texted him, how's that Jaguar money bags? And
he told me he was buying a used Jaguar.
This is my text conversation with Declan. He's yellow on blue.
Okay.
All right. Look at all this. And everything that he's writing, that's a conversation. And everything he's writing is him being upset at me that
for what?
That I said that we have to find a backup Declan.
He took that seriously?
He did not. He's kind of kidding, but only kind of.
Doesn't he know TSD?
That's what I said. That is exactly what I said. And I told him, I'm reading these texts on air. This is a very sensitive man I'm dealing with. He goes, I'm sensitive. You're a taint right after a fresh wedgie. The first complaint about creaky, and you're talking about replacements.
Oh, we got another sensitive motherfucker?
I know you lot are all fucking around, but I could still call you all assholes because, well, it's earned. Poor Creaky never did nothing to nobody.
He's
I didn't.
So I said,
never.
How's that Jaguar money bags? Wait. And he goes, I drive my girlfriend's 2001 car. It's a fucking girl's car and worst French. I never should have told Johnson I was looking at a secondhand Jaguar. You bunch of cunts.
Well, maybe you never should have fucking told Walt that I'm like, I have to go to work and act like it's the funniest fucking thing on earth.
So I don't want to talk about Declan except to just say nice things because oh man, he doesn't like it.
You know what? I mean, that was a ball busting in a weird direction, though, where you're talking about replacing him. I think you're talking about him embezzling money from you at a certain point. I mean, there's ball busting about sucking another dude's cock,
right?
But then there's which you can laugh off because it's ludicrous or whatever. But
right?
He could have took that money from you.
Yeah, but I didn't bring that up. You guys brought that up.
I never said anything regarding anything.
Definitely play back the tape. I wasn't the one that said anything.
All I said was
comments that can damage or not destroy someone's reputation.
All I said was I don't care if he buys a Jaguar as long as he's fucking cutting the secret project while he's driving with one eye on the road and one eye on the fucking
but he's not
the editing room. Well, he has started to pick it up, but he needs to go at a pace.
Well,
not fucking Ireland pace.
I will say this: Declan is a valued member of the team.
Is there a 40-hour?
Yeah, they're all drunk.
Yeah. Is there a different kind of work?
He's like 2 days behind us. A different kind of work ethic in Ireland?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know they are drinking a lot, right? They're like always wasted.
Well, he's in England now, so he should be.
He's in England.
He lives in England.
He's drinking pints over there.
Yeah, like you check out his Twitter.
And tea, right?
He goes around in his Jaguar drinking pints.
He's mapping out the distance from him to where they're shooting the new Star Wars movies.
That's what he's doing?
Oh, my God. He's worse than
all
Get him.
he's telling me is he's got no time because Ming keeps fucking force-feeding him pods that he has to put up. He's worried about Star Wars?
Declan, I'm sorry, buddy. I tried not to talk about you. Yeah, let's just... Here, I'll show you.
I'm fucking sending him fucking dialogue after dialogue after dialogue, and he hasn't cut any of it. And because he's fucking worried about mapping out where Star Wars is filming?
Yeah, here it is. It's, here he goes. He goes, my location and the location of the Millennium Falcon. Thinking of passing as a green Ewok to get on set. So
he's fucking running around fanboying out like a little fucking douche.
I didn't say that. I think Declan's doing a great job.
How could you talk about replacing me? I've done nothing except waste a solid week looking for Wookiees.
And he blames it on Ming.
Really?
Yeah, he throws Ming under that bus constantly.
Oh, look at the shot he took of me on Twitter. He goes, fucker threw me under a bus last week. Thankfully not the Impractical Jokers bus, or I'd have the weight of his giant rosy head on me. Oh.
Wow, taking public shots.
And that was yesterday.
He hasn't even heard this yet.
Oh, so it's good for the goose, it's not good for the gander.
No, I can take it. I'm just saying I can't believe how fucking crazy he angry he is about this. Oh, Declan. Wow.
You've never had where you're thrown in the towel. Someone's never got to you where you were like, I could take it. Is that a true statement?
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
has there ever been anybody where you're like, I can't take it? They're getting too close. They're getting too deep. They're getting too vicious.
I think when I was younger, I don't think it could happen now.
No.
When I was younger, definitely. But now I just fucking, I don't think I have it in me to get upset anymore.
About somebody making fun of you or teasing you? Yeah.
Who could give a shit about it? I mean, I think that when I got into that car accident and you started ripping on me, might have been a good example of me wishing people would stop. Just like, what the fuck?
I'll say this much. I find myself to be 99.9% impervious to anything anyone ever says. And there's one person on earth who still is able to, like, trick me. Like, subtly get in there.
Talking about Walt?
Well, without naming names, he just knows me so fucking well. Like so well that shit that like I wouldn't even hear it if somebody else said it. He gets in there and just twists so slowly as to be almost imperceptible until I'm like, what?
Like the first year and a half of the podcast, like I knew we would have like a wrap-up call every day after we recorded and I went home. You would call me that night and be like, what does Walt think? I'm a dick? Does Walt think I'm a dick? Like, no, stop. Yeah, Walt does get under your skin.
Yeah. I didn't take this week personally with the game show or the Trifecta of dead people.
Yeah.
Because I know how desperately he wanted the pods to end and us just to be done and go back to the normal schedule. So yeah, that I didn't hold it against him.
But you would really, you would find that irksome that somebody said that you weren't Z-list celebrity enough to be counted up amongst 3 dead celebrities, Z-list celebrities?
No, not at all. Not at all. I wasn't offended by that for real.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
And
I just think it's funny debating it. You know?
What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was.
The other one was, if I could get onto a comedian. Look, I'm not saying that I'm Drew Carey worthy, but actually anybody can get on those, right?
Yeah, you just get picked.
Yeah, like you line up. We were going to try it, weren't we? We were going to try it when we lived in LA, and we.
Oh, you mean you were going to play as a contestant on the game show? You're not even as part of the match game celebrities?
Well, no, back then. Now I would try to be the celebrity. I would really try. I mean, to be in the audience would be downright embarrassing. But I was telling Walt about the new Let's Make a Deal, how, like, I guess with the advent of cosplay or whatever, how fucking professional everyone's costumes look.
What channel is it on? Game Show Network?
No, it was on, like, 247. It was on...
Network TV?
Yeah, it's Wayne Brady.
Oh, Wayne Brady.
Yeah, hold
Still
on.
Still kicking around, huh?
Yep, he's out there.
Good for him.
And you watch this?
CBS. No, I was flipping around and it happened to be on. I couldn't believe how involved the...
Being a game show host used to be like almost a dig at someone. Remember? You'd be like, he's a fucking game show host with that smile and that fake fucking and the cheap suit and all that shit.
Now it's not a dig?
I don't think I would mind. Like if somebody was like, you want to host a game show?
Did you see it as a dig back then? I thought like those guys were like celebrities, like Bob Barker.
I always took it as
what's
like...
his name with the super long mic? What's it?
Even
Peter
that line,
Marshall.
maybe it's because the line in Ghostbusters where she says to Peter Venkman, she's like... you don't remind me of a scientist. And he's like, no. She's like, more like a game show host. And then in Ghostbusters 2, he's hosting that fucking that like community access talk show.
Right.
So I think maybe that's where I got the idea from. You know, I'm a big Ghostbusters fan. Not that you would know by the Ernie Hudson fucking love I get around here. But yeah. I don't know. They always seem like cheesy and insincere.
I think, yeah. Well, Drew Carey, you think he seems insincere?
Well, I think he's part of the new
wave.
The new wave of sincere game show hosts.
Him, Wayne Brady.
Yeah, very sincere people. Very sincere.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up something for you, Q.
All right, you do that. I want to talk comics to Walt for a second.
Okay.
You reading anything? You read Justice League 3000?
I've read the first 2 issues.
I'm like, I've reread all the issues again. I love that book. Yeah, I really love that book.
Keith Giffen, right?
Keith Giffen and Howard Porter. And they're bringing back, they just announced that they're bringing back the blue and the gold.
Oh, yeah?
But the old continuity ones. They haven't said how they're going to do it, but it's going to be the one from the pre-52 blue and the gold. They're coming back in the future. And they're I don't know. I don't know, but
and that excites you?
Yeah, I'm excited by that. The new 52 continuity, I kind of miss the old one.
Right.
So, and Blue and the Gold was always fun. I always liked those comics that they wrote back in the day. So, I'm pretty happy about that. You don't like that? You don't think I should be excited about it?
No, not at all. You'd be excited for whatever you want to be excited about it. But I just didn't realize, though, that was one of your faves. It wouldn't be something I'd ever guessed that was something that was
I like the old
at the
comedy,
top of your list.
The old comedy.
The lightheartedness of it all.
Yeah, I kind of
made you laugh.
I don't know if it made me laugh.
Have you ever read a comic book that made you laugh out loud?
Oh, that's a good question. Have I ever read a
You better say no. You heard the tone of his voice.
No, I'll answer honestly. I don't recall it.
I mean, some of the most famous humorous comics would have to be Ambush Bug,
sure,
Deadpool.
You know what? Deadpool's on a fuck. You know who wrote a Deadpool comic that's out now? Nick Giovanetti.
Get out. Really?
It came out this month. It's on the stands right now. The Deadpool biannual. He wrote it with Paul Scheer.
For Christ's
And let me
sakes.
tell you something. It's fucking good.
Really?
I read it. It's really good. They nailed it. They nailed Deadpool. They could take over writing the character, those two.
Nick's out there, huh?
Nick's out there. He moved to L.A. He's writing comics. He's doing good.
Can't say I'm happy for him. He left me in a lurch.
Who's Nick Giovanni?
Nick Giovanetti used to work at the View Askew office with us.
Oh, okay.
And when I left View Askew the first time under adverse conditions, he left with me, and Brian could never get over that.
Oh, because he stood by your side?
Yeah.
He made a stand. He was like, if you're firing him, you got to fire me.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, he was such a fucking puss that like he came in the first day, and we were talking about like how we were gonna work it, and then
he saw through the bullshit.
Then
man.
he just left the bullshit, dude. I kicked it into overdrive, and you know it.
I see. I have the opposite reaction. I always have a soft space in my heart for a man who left his job because I left. That's loyalty.
Solidarity.
That's boys, man.
You kept up with him?
We have over the years stayed in touch. You know, sometimes more than others. But he got in touch with me recently and said, "Hey," he goes, "I wrote this Deadpool."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I read it, and it was one of those things where I'm just like, I hope I like it, and I liked it. It was really good. It was really well done. They brought back brute force.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Deadpool versus brute force. It was really good. It was really funny. No, I don't know if comics ever made me like go ha 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 like out loud. Books have.
Yeah.
Books have, but maybe not comics. But that doesn't mean I enjoyed them any less. You know, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. I remember the one where they're chasing down a mouse.
You think you could show any Booster Gold or Blue Beetle highlights to Bry, and he would be like, "Oh yeah, I can see why you like this."
Oh, really? It sucks that bad.
No, but there is definitely a flavor that I don't know if he. Do you think he could see what,
I'll try.
What you're missing?
I'll give it a shot.
He could see what you're seeing.
Yeah, I think so. I'll find one.
Okay.
Well, he thinks all superheroes are gay right away, so he's like, "This shit is not for me." So it's an uphill battle, but I'll try. I'll give it a shot.
It sounds like it's going to be a hard sell, right?
It's going to be a hard sell.
I think it's going to be a very hard sell.
Why you didn't enjoy those their run?
I felt that the whole humorous slant in the Justice League books in the late '80s, early '90s went on.
You also have to
too
remember
long.
my age at the time, and I'm not making a defense. I'm just saying I was.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, it does.
The fact that you bring it up.
Not to defend myself.
No. Just when I read it, it might be a time and place thing. I haven't,
I mean, when it initially started and they had that humorous slant, it was a novelty and it was fresh, but they just kept it on for so
Too
long.
much for you?
Yeah, that it kind of was like,
right.
You needed to, at a certain, but you did have to end it when they did.
Right.
It had gone on for about a year or two too long with that.
Sure. I will say this, I never really got into the revivals that they tried to do, like Justice, you know what I mean, over the years, so maybe, but I am looking for, when I saw them on the cover and that they were bringing back those two characters, and it was from old continuity, I got excited about that.
Cool.
So.
Ming told me he'll be podcasting when we're going to do the Kamikaze Con. That's at the end of October in L.A., and I listened to a little bit of his
podcast. Going to
LA? Yeah. At the end of October, yeah.
Maybe I'll come.
31st, 1st, and 2nd, I think.
Oh, I'm not going to miss Halloween.
Yeah, I know. That's the
Halloween in
the
New York
shitty
City
part.
is my favorite fucking thing.
Yeah. You go every year.
Every year.
When's the last time we did the group thing? Last time I went to the parade, you were aliens. Remember, you guys were all aliens.
I stopped that a long time ago at this point. Yeah, I do enjoy the New York City Halloween parade. It's my favorite night. It's my favorite holiday.
Favorite night of the year, huh?
Yeah, I love it. Huh. I love it. A lot of creative costumes. A lot of girls dressed scantily. It's what's not to love. Beer.
What the fuck?
Come on, I flew home for this, boys.
What the fuck is? I'm trying. There was a reason I was saying, "Oh, Ming," and of course he's planning to podcast out there. He has a cabana set aside at whatever hotel we're staying at, so he can podcast from there. And the two guests he announced. Yeah, like I guess.
Why can't he podcast in the room where his bed is?
Because he's Ming fucking Chen.
I guess to do it poolside for him is a preferable. I would find it preferable to do it inside where it's not fucking blazing and there's no noise and you can control, the environment.
Is he a tool?
Yes, without a doubt, 100%. Because the two guests that he announced that he hoped to get, not even that he had locked down.
I don't know. I don't know if I was wrong in throwing that out there.
No, you're not wrong.
Is he a tool? He's definitely attention seeking. Well, what were the two guests?
The two guests that he doesn't have them locked down yet, but he does hope to get them. Good guests.
Right. Ernie Hudson?
Scott Mosier. Oh. And Jason Mewes.
All right.
That's who he's shooting for. Now, both.
I hope they both turn him down.
Good guess. Oh, it'd be awesome.
It'd be great if Mosier turns him down.
Both good guests, but have been known to have been on a few podcasts in the past. So what void is he filling for the podcast community? That he's going to put his Ming Chen spin on it?
On Scott Mosier?
Yeah.
What
am I looking at here? Well, why is this?
Why is he doing this?
Why not? Why not use his fame to if he's got a podcast, why not use his comic book men? Drop it a little bit, maybe get a guest here or there, like maybe an Ernie Hudson. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Right?
Maybe he doesn't think he can lock down of somebody who's not his friend.
Solid fucking theory.
If he's going to rent the cabana, he better have fucking somebody show up.
Yeah.
Because if he tries to go for somebody who might blow him off, then he rented the cabana for nothing.
Right. Well, it's not just one day. He's doing it for like a week. He's staying for that entire week. I guess I'm leaving Sunday.
But I know. But what is he planning to record something every day?
I think he plans to do it a lot. Yeah. Well, that's why he stays there. He's staying in Texas a week too.
I'm just going to throw it out there. These are just questions that come to me. I'm not saying I don't know if there's definitive answers, but what void is out there of Ming Chen that he needs to do 7 podcasts while he's anywhere on the face of the earth?
Red Bank,
what
LA.
is he? Why does he feel the need to pollute the airways with even more podcasts when he's away? That he's going to do? He's going to ratchet it up 3 times as much as he does when he's in Jersey.
Here's what I understand. If he's going to,
maybe I was a little harsh on Declan. Maybe the man is telling me the truth that he can't get any work done because of Ming.
Because Ming.
I apologize, Declan.
But does Ming pay Declan?
Well, I thought it was any Smodcast that Declan has to.
Okay, let me throw in another word. Extra?
What do you mean?
For special projects or anything, or or is it?
Well,
just
he's got it, but no matter how many
podcasts
Declan's a man. And I respect this and I understand this. Declan is. He took the job that he has to pay attention to. He's taken that job on. He has responsibilities that he must attend to.
He's done that from the very beginning.
Right.
Yes.
No
from before the beginning.
BoJack Horseman.
He's not like going binging 16 hours of TV and then letting the thing slide.
Right.
Like his podcast duties for Sir or whatever, Smodcast.
Okay.
But
it's up to 16 now. Wow, I was fucking sloth.
But again, my question is to you, Q.
Yes. Oh.
Is there a need for Ming to record 7 podcasts while he's away?
Need? No.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for
or even one.
Well, there's no need for any podcast, really.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
is there a demand?
No.
Yeah, there is.
You're full of shit.
He's demanding.
Why do you say that?
Because I think that Ming has.
Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that. If he can secure, I guess.
If you can lock, well, that's what I said. If you can lock down a Jason Mewes,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the man obviously loves the genre of podcasting.
Yeah, he loves the medium. There's no doubt about it.
He's a painter with
his paintbrush is a microphone. I would listen to the one that I did with Mosier because I would like to hear which Mosier he gets on the show.
Within 2 minutes,
How many
he gets the
Mosiers are
Mosier
there?
of like, why the fuck am I sitting in this chair?
There's that Mosier.
Why did I agree to this? Yeah. And then there's the Mosier you hear on Smod.
Sure. Or you know what? Sometimes Mosier cracks a few beers and like he gets, he gets into it and shit like that.
Which Mosier is Ming most likely to get? You think?
I don't think he's
got a
gonna, I don't think
cabana.
he's going to
Mosier
get
has to
Mosier.
deal with him beer drinking Mosier.
I don't think he's going to get Mosier at all.
No.
No.
Why?
He's got to turn him down.
Mosier's a serious guy.
And he's busy.
Engaged in serious business. He's got no time for Ming Chen and his podcasting shenanigans.
His monkey business.
His monkey shines.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he got Mosier.
So if he doesn't get Mosier,
That's the
does
ultimate
he
failure. You
get,
can't get like someone you've known and worked with for 15 years. Like, please, you're a 10-minute drive away. Just give me 1 hour.
What about Muse? Does he get Muse?
I think he can get Muse.
Muse will agree.
Yeah, because what Muse is shooting now?
Muses?
Is he shooting something now? If Muse isn't shooting something now, I bet you Muse.
I don't think so. Not right now. I don't believe so.
Because Muse has I think Muse has a kind heart.
Oh, so if they're going to do it, it's out of the kindness of their hearts. They're not interested in doing it.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I think that.
I think, you know what? I mean, I bust his balls a lot, but his enthusiasm has to be infectious. Correct?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right?
What has to be infectious?
His enthusiasm, his Ming's, and his all out.
Not all the time. Not all the time. I got to tell you, I stand next to the guy, like, when we do cons and sign shit.
And it's not there. He goes through.
Oh no, it's there, but it's not infectious. I'm not catching anything.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
I feel like I have the best fucking immune system of all time.
You're inoculated.
Yeah.
But you're like, but for you, I think you've just been around them so long. You've built up an immunity. But I got a good feeling he's going to secure. But where are these podcasts? What are they going to? What head are they going to? Is he creating a new podcast? Ming Chen sits down with.
Oh, got a fifth podcast?
Like, where do these fall under? Are these morning shows? Are these I Sell Comics? Are these
picture Ming
S&M? Are these Secret Stash? I mean...
Do you think he even turns the recorder on anymore? He just sets up two mics.
Tricking everyone. Yeah. Well, I was surprised the other day that there's another, not the Zen librarian, but there's another Sam. She's a musician or whatever, and he had her. I guess the Zen librarian wasn't available that week,
right?
So he quick plugged in another Sam and Mike and Marcos.
That's this morning show. He's not plugging anybody in. You don't get your show straight.
I was told that I heard that the Sam girl was plugged in.
Plugged in, but on this morning show. It was
the Sam and Ming show.
Morning.
No, it wasn't.
Are you positive? You're 100%?
I'm 100% positive.
Okay. Plugged in.
Because I'm fucking here. I gotta fucking.
I know.
I gotta be.
You're on the
I gotta bear
trenches.
witness to this.
I have text that validates.
What's your official stance on Zen librarian now? How do you feel about her? You've come around on her, right? You kind of like her?
A little bit.
Yeah.
She's all right.
Yeah. I've only met her that one time, and she didn't even say hi to me. So I was like,
she told me she didn't like you that much.
Wait, hold on. I'm okay with it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm quite all right with it. Does she have a Nielsen box?
I don't know. She didn't mention it.
Okay, then I don't care.
Passing,
it's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ratings is all I care about, Walt.
By the time this comes out, it will be the weekend before, right? It'll be the weekend before Comic Book Man.
October 12th?
Because this is, am I off by 1 week?
I don't know.
I think I'm off by 1 week, yeah.
You might be correct.
No, because the one we recorded last week will come out this week. And this will be next week, which is your premiere week. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Hold on, let me pull up the calendar real fast.
You might be right.
I'm right.
It's only the 24th. I don't know. It does seem like a while.
No,
okay, so today's the 24th.
Oh.
Next week, it'll be the second. No, we'll have
you're
one
right,
more.
You're right.
It'll come out on the 9th.
Right.
So we won't bother you with that Comic Book Man crap right now.
So how do you feel, Walt? Do you feel the conversation about Ming lifted us to the level that you want to talk about the...
It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to do, right? I mean, we ain't got much time left, right?
Infect me, Walt.
Infect you?
Yeah.
With
Give
what?
me an infection with your enthusiasm. I'm currently battling somebody. Not a battle on Twitter, but somebody says my mom walked by while I was listening to Tell 'em Steve Dave, and she said you sounded creepy. And I said I've heard sexy, chocolatey, sultry. I've not heard creepy.
Not creepy.
So I asked the 13 percenters, what say you?
Okay.
And then I see that the kid tweets back again. He goes, she said you sounded like a child predator the second time she walked by. What does a child predator sound like exactly?
Yeah,
unless it's like, hey, kid, come here and fucking take your clothes off.
Yeah, his mom sounds weird now.
Yeah, not for nothing, kid, but tell your mom she's kind of a fucking asshole.
Well, she's just weird.
How do you know it's a kid?
I'm looking
Lives
at his
with his
picture.
mom?
Yeah. Well, he could be a 44-year-old kid.
It could be get him.
Yeah, I'm looking at his picture right here.
Why is he? Yeah, why is he listening to Tell him, Steve Dave?
I mean, not a kid. He's not like a 6-year-old. He's like 15 or 16. It looks like.
What's the cutoff for Tell him, Steve Dave, that you'd be comfortable?
I met a 12-year-old. I met a 12-year-old girl
who listens.
Came to one of my shows. Who listens to What Say You and Tell him, Steve Dave.
And you were comfortable with that?
I looked at her mother, and her mother was like, I know, but she loves it, so I let her listen.
And she's how old?
12.
12? Yeah, a girl came in this summer for Comic Book Men. To visit the stash, and we were doing Comic Book Men, and she was 14.
14 is a little better.
I think we've. If that's the case, we have to really reconsider some of the subject matter. Don't you think? If we're drawing in those kind of numbers,
two people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on.
Well, how would we change the show?
If there's at least 2 that you know of that you found out this summer and you just found out about, there probably is more then, right?
Sure. So what changes could we make to make this more tween-friendly?
No. I'm not saying tween-friendly, but maybe there's certain things that...
Is there a rating less than G?
Well, you think that this is hardly a G.
No, definitely not. Well, what do you want to tune it down to? Right now, it's...
I think it's a more...
Triple X?
I think at times it goes definitely into off the R chart. It's harder than an R.
Yeah. Hard R. NC-17.
I would be totally fine if we went with PG-13. I could do it.
Yeah?
We do it.
I would enjoy doing
Comic Book Man, and you don't enjoy doing it.
But I could do it, though, and I would enjoy the challenge of that.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Well, we can't start today.
No,
we definitely can't start today.
When I get back from the tour, we'll do a PG episode.
PG or PG-13?
PG-13. Okay, PG-13 episode.
That way you can say little things. No F-bombs.
You could say like one shit in the episode.
I think we did that anyway with the beeps, didn't we, at one point? We beeped out stuff.
I don't recall.
I'm just saying, can't you police yourself without trying? I mean, can't you just...
Sure, I do a TV show where I don't curse and stuff on it.
So but you don't like to want to do that all the time. Like, this is where you can come and kind of.
I like to just come here and just be
yourself,
me. Just be me, right? Like a foul mouthed kind of.
So is it worth being yourself over the kids?
Yeah, I think so.
I knew you'd say that.
I mean, they're not my kids.
There's no responsibility. You feel that if children are listening to you, that you should want to be a bit more careful.
Well, I don't think curse words damage kids, so no. And I think that I think that any kids, look, they're soaking in Walt Flanagan wisdom.
Yeah. They're fucking, what's it called when you're there's, that's a lot of wisdom to soak up, isn't it?
Your wisdom on Ming Chat alone is worth dispensing to the kids.
I mean, every second that they're listening to us is a second that they're not listening to Ming. So I think we're providing an important service.
If you were to take a poll,
yeah,
I bet you that the same people who are listening to Tell 'em Steve Dave are listening to that too. A lot, not all, but a lot.
Sure.
And I think his show is more family friendly than ours, though.
How ironic that those shows come at the cost of his own family, then. Is that what we got?
Nothing else? Nothing from no road tales?
Yeah, I thought for sure you would be coming back like...
Declan, this is the other thing Declan tries to get out of me. Exciting road tales. There's none.
Declan wants to get it? Oh, does he want bawdy tales?
He wants bawdy tales, but like the truth of the matter is, well, I honestly think that my drinking days are just behind me. I didn't have a drop of alcohol so far.
You said you can't recover anymore.
I just can't recover anymore. Yeah. It's hard. And I'm not saying I'll never, because there's a time and place for everything. And definitely the last night of the tour is in Vegas, so like I'm not an asshole. I'll have a drink. It's been plain and simple. I've been in bed before midnight every night.
Straight and narrow, huh?
And I'm the only one. The other three guys have been going out.
The other guys have been
going out.
They do have tales to tell Declan.
They probably have tales. Well, Sal probably just has tales of woe and depression, but he's
doing a funny thing where he keeps taking pictures of the air conditioning units.
He does that all the time. Yeah.
Does he have bouts with some of the things that you guys struggle with?
He does, yeah, but less. But his is more situational than chemical. Like he gets himself into binds. He's kind of taking the same trajectory that I have, where like we kind of got those partying days behind us. Sounds lame.
And he was a partier.
He was a big partier. Yeah. It does sound lame.
Well, you know what it is. I mean, you're just getting older. You can't keep up with them young pups.
I can't.
Shouldn't even try.
That's right.
You know what?
Sit on the porch.
Exit gracefully. Out the back door of the pub. Say goodbye to everybody.
That's called the Irish exit.
Yeah.
Can you ever imagine yourself doing anything gracefully from this tales that I hear? All the things I heard about you.
No, especially not when alcohol.
You were going out. I thought you were going to be that wild man till you were.
Those days are over. There's been in the past year just a huge shift, and you know that I've had many conversations with you about just my philosophy towards life, which is like really like, let's just batten down the hatches and get through this.
Is there a chance that I'm wilder than Q at this point?
Well, I wouldn't get carried away. I'll bet you there are nights, though.
I would not rule it out.
You're staying up a little later.
Is that all it takes? Is just staying up later?
You've always stayed up later than me.
You're certainly not with any tales that anybody even want to hear about.
No.
So what'd you do next? Well, then I watched The King of Queens. And then I changed the channel over to ID channel. I watched a documentary about some serial killer. Then I went back to TV land.
I'm going to have at least one wild night on this tour because I feel I should. But other than that, I'm in bed before midnight every night.
Yeah, like he used to come back with tales of like, I just discovered this new shit called BoJack. You gotta try it.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
What? Bizzle. Told these prison motherfuckers, But I told her she was with the real voice coming from the heavens. She didn't understand the deal. Like she ain't had serving up seconds. She tell me if you with it. It's like I don't know which road to take, cause I just got a couple bitches from the Golden State. I leprechaun the way I handle all this gold I make, and at my casting call I'm giving you the road I hate. So can you please take a second to stop, look and listen. The block is still hot while the pot cook in the kitchen. Cops will never stop, they blocking a nigga mission, but nigga not in the sense of a string of pole out here fishing. They ducking, dodging and ditching. Sunday morning religion, distracted by the constant search of something as thick as dick. Nourished by the earth, but we destroy it for bitches. All we do is soak it up and watch us on the television, so pay attention. Gave us the keys to success, yeah, strung around your neck, just pay attention. And if you don't, then listen. I left my girl in the south, but the skull in my mouth. I love it. Thought I was in on my head, all my niggas is dead. But I love y'all too. Even the fucking racists are saying amazing graces. Turn on them TVs to races, but they ain't been to them places that we mentioned. Live vicariously on our fucking records, but they don't respect us. Off the top rope like a wrestler, saying oh ma'am and yes sir. My white friends got tight rims, made an impression, calling each other's niggas. I laugh at them like a jester. We the culture, I'm fresher. We the culture, I'm fresher. We the culture, I'm fresher. Pink pony on polo, so I'm fitting inside the sector. Solo feeling YOLO, the wisdom pierce them like a septum. They don't accept them, don't give me ass to kiss. You know we thuggin' till the casket dips. Still shine light on all the writers. Best of us in the brightest. Vocal cadence the tightest. The war shows debate on if they gonna invite us. The lexicon so hood. They only wanna say the money club. No good, but you ain't getting Tupac without Suge. No throwaway
play Glock without jugs. You can't have bad without good. Look, no straight drop unless Jamel Cook. Let's go.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.